only really one thing we can start with, and that's that this whole thing is a joke, bruv. It is a joke. Look at this. The US stock market has opened with 2 trillion open, but only yesterday we had the worst drop that we've seen in history. That we've seen in history. The way things were dropping, Ethereum was dropping 1.6k, Bitcoin was at like 74k. It was disgusting, but now we're back. This is how much of a joke this market is. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to go into more detail in just a second. And the Trump tariffs have made it drop, sort of like a COVID type crash. So it was 3 days in a row. It's never happened previously where we've had major crashes in the S&P 500, sort of similar to what we had in COVID time. So this sparks opportunity. A lot of you guys will be looking at your portfolios thinking, yo, I'm down, and you're right. You might be thinking I'm cooked. You might be right. You might be overexposed. You might have put too much in, you might not be dollar cost averaging, might not be safe. But I think there's only one outcome after all of this occurs. I don't know how deep the drop will be, but usually when we drop majorly, we tend to see upside after that. Now, if we look over to the update of the market, yesterday saw volatility across global markets, and Bitcoin was no different. It was just driven by tariff news and even tariff fake news. BTC closed the day green and it held 78.5k level, which was the lowest daily close last month. Over the next couple of days, we want to see if 78.5k becomes a solid level of daily support. If this fails, then the chance of seeing lower 70k areas increases, and we've already seen that. I'm sure it hit about 74k. Where did we go to? 74,700. That was a disgusting wick, and it actually looks like a lower low on the Bitcoin chart. So I think this is playing out here, the bearish scenario where it heads to around 67, potentially 52 or 49k minimum. And 81k is resistance for now, but any move above this, we could see a quick push to 84k to close the CME gap created over the weekend. Markets look greener this morning, but let's see what the US session gives us. It gave us a bullish idea. Now, we are thinking that we are bearish until proven otherwise. This market has to prove strength to us. The only way that occurs is with good inflation data, good jobs data, and also the fact that we need more rate cuts, and rate cuts quickly. If we look at the fear and greed index, we're at 19. We were in extreme fear yesterday at 19. 19? What about the other Bitcoin fear and greed index? The one that is a little bit less pessimistic. Yeah, extreme fear. We're a little bit better today for sure. I think this is lagging because Bitcoin has jumped from yesterday, so it should be out of fear. Let's look at bookmarks. This is insane. US stock market just gained and lost several $1 trillion of market cap in a matter of minutes due to a fake headline claiming that Trump was considering a pause on tariffs. This market's a joke. Like, look at that. It's swinging up and down just based off what the president is saying rather than focusing on long-term price action. But people are leverage trading and they're getting cooked. They're getting cooked. They're over-leveraged. They're playing stupid. They're playing silly. And that's what happens, man. Nobody wants to hold anymore. They're just flipping. They don't believe or trust this market. I don't either. I don't blame them. BTC is at support. New all-time highs is just a matter of time. I actually bought some, I think, at 75k, 74k, something like that. Rule number 1, never panic sell. There'll be a relief rally. You know, Bitcoin has gone down aggressively. There will be a relief rally which you can sell into, which could be now. So if you wanted to get out of this market and you think it is a bearish market, you don't think we're going to go up too much higher, then this could be the relief rally you're getting, because before it was at 74 like we were saying, and now it's at about 80. So you could get the hell out of here and run away. MicroStrategy will bankrupt and crash Bitcoin to 20k. I actually see this happening. MicroStrategy, remember like the FTX crash where everyone got robbed and crypto was in the worst position ever? MicroStrategy could be a similar thing for the next bear market. That could be the bottom, where Michael Saylor's bankrupt and Bitcoin is way too over leveraged and it crashes to like 30k or something like that. People are saying it won't go to that. People told me it won't go to 100k. People told me it could never go to 15k again. People said it couldn't wick down to 74k. It can happen. It's a turd coin, let's be honest. People are here to make money. Stop pretending and believing in the narratives like this is going to free you. It's not. It moves like the S&P does, and the S&P goes down. So what are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me? If the S&P, in my eyes, is a meme coin, the SPX 500, nice to see Nike's doing well. You know I'm getting my suit and tie on, pretending like I'm a Nike owner after I bought some Nike. But if this is behaving like a meme coin, it can move that low in one day. With all the major companies in the US, you're telling me that I don't look at Bitcoin in the same way? It goes down 75% from the top to the low. Come on, bruh. Don't pretend to believe in it. You're here for the money. So stop making someone make you believe that it is something of value when you're just here to buy low and sell high. That's the whole plan. JP Morgan said the Federal Reserve likely to cut interest rates before the next meeting in May. Imagine, that would be beautiful. It's not crashing though into the meeting. If it was, then it'd be more likely that we get the rate cut, so I don't know. So we might see a further correction. I believe we'll see a further correction, man, because these rates ain't getting cut until something bad happens, something very bad. We did see it, but if it carried on, I'd be a little bit more inclined for the rates to get cut, because you know when it was happening yesterday, I was actually kind of gassed because it was playing out, but it stopped playing out. There's the relief rally. We need to see more pain. Bottom. Everyone thinks it's the bottom. How many times have they been saying that for? We could easily come down to like 40, 50k. Easily. And I hope sort of we do. We get better buys. This reminds me of August last year. It is time to build positions. If we break this average, see you in 2 or 3 years. Yeah, if we break that, it's not looking good, man. Total crypto market cap. You really only make money in crypto 10% of the time. 90% of the time it does nothing or goes down. This is the period to be patient. But during the 10%, you have the opportunity to make ridiculously outsized returns. This is the period to be aggressive. Lots of damage has been done, and bottoms are a process that will take a little bit more time. Early May blast off in my opinion, but I think we have the makings of an insane blast off lockout rally that forces people to chase higher as fast as they panicked on the way down. I will be watching for lower highs, but it seems to me the liquidity story is shaping up to see a violent leg ahead. Violent leg ahead. And people are hurt, but what hurts people way more than losing is losing only to watch markets take off without them. The perfect setup for panic buying. Selling May has always been BS. Selling July works way better, but based on cycles, you buy early May and sell approximately 20 weeks later. All the cycles, stocks, gold, BTC are perfectly aligned to produce tradable lows out of the FOMC on May the 7th, again suggesting cycles are in control. We'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. Casper is a rather unexplored, capricious child in the financial scene, but I agree as well that it has by far the best perspectives as it intrinsically tops the great masters Bitcoin, gold and silver, as it offers much wider industry applications. Stock to flow. That's mad. Why though? Why? In this report, we'll explore Casper's stock-to-flow ratio, compare it with gold, silver and Bitcoin, why Casper may become the most disruptive form of money ever devised by 2050. Much of the global economy may be on the Casper standard. This guy's actually gone into detail. Yeah, I'd hold a little bit. Tech stocks moving like altcoins. Insane. Literally altcoins. History repeats itself. 2020, 2025. That is the most blurry picture I've ever seen. I'm going to DCA starting now. Stick to the plan. 73k. And he thinks he's going high. If we don't go high after this, then you have to be seriously worried. Because that was a COVID style crash. Me with $137 in my pocket worrying about global trade and tariff wars. Facts, bruh. Fed Chairman
Fucking
Jerome
options.
Powell responds to the global financial crisis.
Fuck your fucking zero DTE calls.
What?
Fuck the economy. Fuck inflation. Fuck your
Let's
soft.
stop that right there. I'd say if we go lower, buy more, but really you should be buying regardless. Whether you get Ethereum at 1100 or 1500 isn't going to matter at $4,500. The bull run is over. All the very high up people in power with massive followings are setting you up for the biggest bull trap in history so they can dump on you to buy cheaper. 5 waves are in. Bearishly diversified signs everywhere. 25 to 30k is the target. I see 25k, you know. Whether that happens now or in the bear market, we'll see. If you quit the markets at the lows, you're literally not going to make it. This is where most of the money is made. Time, just a bump in the road. 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 Trump, I'm going to crash the markets to lower rates. Markets crash. What the F is happening? He has no idea what he's doing. Maybe when someone tells you to a train is approaching, get off the tracks. It's kind of fact. He's let us know. He's let us know. Nobody can complain. People just didn't listen to him. The ETH BTC ratio has fallen to its lowest level since March 2020. COVID, bro. We're going to get a COVID style rally. Imagine. Major crypto sell-off in the last few hours. BTC down 5, Solana down 10, and Ethereum down 10%. That was horrific, bro. What happened? We're going to zero. Look at this, breaking 79k. Close the markets. Can't even get a break on a Sunday night. Someone was buying relentlessly, I think, at the lows. Yeah, man. And fart coins are one that's outperforming everything today. It's nasty business. Why? Why is Fartcoin doing so well? That is society. That is what we've come to. Fartcoin is probably better money than the S&P 500. This is going to take off, I think. 500k market cap though. What is the potential upside? Like a 4x? I don't know, bruh. I do not know at all. Just don't like cash because that's dirty money. It's not going to go up over time, is it? What is my recommended? I think on that note, it's time to call it quits. Flippin' heck.